Cuba, a tropical paradise famous for its vibrant culture and breathtaking beaches, conceals more than just sun-kissed charm and lively salsa rhythms beneath its idyllic surface. Beyond the picturesque facade lies a complex web of secrets and challenges that often remain hidden from outsiders. From the harsh realities faced by its people to the hidden struggles within its economy, there's a side of Cuba that rarely gets exposed. Today, we're shedding light on these shocking truths, revealing the intricate and often overlooked aspects of life on this enchanting island. Join us as we delve into the untold stories, exploring the complexities and nuances that define Cuba's reality. Buckle up for a journey that will take you beyond the tourist trails and into the heart of this fascinating nation. Number 10. Rampant scams targeting tourists. Have you ever heard of tourists being viewed as simply money machines in Cuba? Yes, it's accurate that scams aimed at tourists are a significant problem in that location. Prices are frequently inflated unreasonably, from taxi fares to meals. This is caused by the significant difference in income levels between tourists and residents. One fraudulent scheme can greatly increase a resident's income each month, leading to a strong lure to take advantage of tourists. Picture this. You're in Havana looking forward to a delicious dinner, only to discover you're being asked to pay 3 times the usual cost. Taking a taxi may result in you spending 10 times more than a local would. Unfortunately, these inflated prices are quite widespread. The income gap between tourists and locals makes scamming a profitable venture, a significant portion of many Cubans. Monthly income can result from a successful scam. Knowing about these scams can prevent you from becoming a victim. Despite the challenging circumstances, make sure to verify prices in advance, opt for official services, and exercise caution when dealing with cash transactions. Number 9. Limited internet access in Cuba. The government not only limits internet access but also heavily regulates it. A surprising fact that is often hidden is that Cubans have to buy costly Wi-Fi cards in order to access the internet. Doesn't it seem like a bother? Well, the situation deteriorates. These cards are only usable in specified public places such as parks or certain areas within hotels. Even if you are able to establish a connection, the internet speed is incredibly sluggish. Picture having to wait for minutes on end just to open a basic web page or send a quick message. This goes beyond mere inconvenience. It is a deliberate tactic to regulate the flow of information to the public. The government has a stronghold on the internet as a way to restrict external influences and control information dissemination. They limit the population's access to information on global events and diverse perspectives by making internet access difficult and costly. It is a method of managing the storyline and preventing outside ideas from entering. Number 8. Dual currency system. Cuba's two-currency system could seem like a plot from a spy book, but it is a genuine and current circumstance. This is the way it functions. Cuba utilizes 2 forms of currency. Residents use the Cuban peso QP, while visitors use the convertible peso CU. The concept of this system is to differentiate the local economy from the tourist economy. Prices for tourists are determined in CU, which is fixed to the value of the American dollar. This signifies that tourists frequently end up paying higher prices for items ranging from meals to MOS. Meanwhile, residents receive payment in cup, which is significantly lower in value. Consequently, basic products and services turn into an extravagance for residents, establishing a clear separation between tourists and residents. This system has caused a notable disparity in the economy. Tourists benefit from a better quality of life and have the means to spend more, whereas Cubans struggle with meager salaries and steep inflation, causing their currency to have decreased value. This system of using 2 currencies has an impact on the local economy and also adds to social inequality. Number 7. Severe food rationing. Cuba's system of food distribution, called the libreta, has been a regular part of everyday life since 1959. The concept was to ensure that all individuals could obtain essential items in times of economic hardship. However, what began as a temporary solution has transformed into a lasting feature, demonstrating the persistent issue of food insecurity in Cuba. Every month, Cubans are given a ration booklet containing a fixed quantity of necessary items such as rice beans and cooking oil. This system guarantees everyone receives their fair portion. Yet it does not meet every need. Numerous Cubans are required to purchase extra food from the black market or informal sellers, frequently at inflated prices, although the libreto was created with good intentions. Number 6. Forced labor in the medical sector. Picture yourself as a physician practicing abroad in a distant country, fully aware that a substantial portion of your earnings is being deducted by your own government. This is the situation faced by numerous Cuban doctors. Cuba is renowned for its medical diplomacy initiative, which involves sending doctors overseas to deliver health care services. However, there is a concealed aspect to this habit that is unknown to many. These physicians are frequently deployed to provide medical care in difficult circumstances, occasionally in isolated or underprivileged regions. Although this may seem admirable, the reality is not as exciting. The Cuban government requires a substantial amount of their income from these foreign jobs. Therefore, although these doctors are assisting individuals who require assistance, the state regulates their financial remuneration. Moreover, these medical professionals have limited control over their placement and working environment. The absence of oversight in the difficult environment can make their work very challenging, despite being aware of their wages being drained. It is a seldom discussed aspect of Cuba's global medical missions, yet it carries significant consequences for the individuals affected. Number 5. Harsh punishments for dissent in Cuba. There can be severe consequences for criticizing the government. The Cuban government is notorious for its strict actions towards individuals who dare to challenge its policies or leadership. The government enforces strict control on political discussions to quickly and effectively silence the dissenters. The consequences for criticizing the Cuban government can vary, from serious to very harsh. Opponents could experience intimidation, such as receiving threats and being harassed. Critics are frequently imprisoned for extended periods under harsh conditions, a common occurrence in certain instances. The government goes to the extent of resorting to methods such as compulsory work or even bodily harm to stifle dissent. Any type of disagreement, regardless if it's in the form of demonstrations, unbiased reporting, or digital backlash, is promptly and harshly dealt with. Due to the strict regulation in place, the objective of the regime is evident: to remove any opposition to its power and maintain tight control over the population. Number 4. Human trafficking and exploitation. Cuba, famous for its lively culture and breathtaking scenery, conceals a harsh truth: the presence of human trafficking and exploitation. In spite of its scenic reputation, the nation faces major challenges in this domain. One of the top priorities is the abuse of women and children. Numerous people are compelled to work or endure sexual exploitation. The economic troubles in Cuba have further exacerbated this issue. Individuals who are vulnerable due to limited job options and financial insecurity are more susceptible to being preyed upon by traffickers. Traffickers frequently target individuals looking for improved livelihoods, enticing them with offers of employment or education. Once captured, individuals endure terrifying circumstances, losing their liberty and honor. Women especially face significant danger, as they are frequently compelled into prostitution or mandatory work in harsh circumstances. Despite some efforts by the Cuban government to combat human trafficking, the problem continues due to persistent economic challenges in the country. It is challenging to effectively address these crimes due to insufficient resources and proper enforcement of laws. Number 3. Environmental degradation. Cuba is famous for its beautiful beaches and green scenery. However, it is facing a significant environmental crisis. For many years, Cuba's environment has suffered due to inadequate agricultural practices. Extensive agriculture frequently results in soil erosion, causing a decline in the land's fertility as time passes. Lack of fertile soil makes it more difficult to cultivate crops, impacting both food security and local agriculture. Industrial pollution is also a significant problem. Factories and power plants emit dangerous chemicals and waste into the atmosphere and waterways. This pollution harms ecosystems and pollutes drinking water sources. Putting public health at risk, deforestation is a major issue as well. Deforestation for farming and building causes destruction of animal homes and decreased biodiversity. This results in numerous species losing their habitats and facing difficulties in staying alive. Many are unaware of these environmental concerns due to Cuba's lively culture and beautiful scenery. However, they carry significant impacts on both the environment and the residents. Number 2. Political imprisonment. The way Cuba handles political imprisonment is a grim section that is frequently overlooked for many years. Numerous Cubans have been imprisoned solely for challenging the government or criticizing its policies. These people are classified as political dissidents, and their narratives depict a dark image of human rights violations. A lot of these inmates experience very severe conditions. Frequently, they experience isolation in cells alone, causing serious mental health problems. Reports of torture and inhumane treatment are frequently heard of in Cuban prisons. Due to their brutal conditions, these methods seek to quiet opposition and scare off those who may question the government's power. Even with global disapproval, this pattern of oppression persists. The Cuban government's dominance in controlling freedom of speech and political expression is crucial for keeping its hold on power. Although the government argues that these actions are vital for protecting the country, numerous Cuban citizens actually endure existence filled with hardship and tyranny. Number 1. Black market economy. Cuba's black market is a hidden lifeline for many Cubans operating beneath the surface of the official economy due to persistent shortages of goods, including essentials like food and clothing. The black market has become an indispensable part of daily life on the island. Imagine walking into a store and finding shelves bare, or having to wait for hours just to buy a loaf of bread for many Cubans. This isn't just a frustration, it's a reality they face regularly. The black market steps in to fill these gaps from fresh produce to household items. Almost anything you can think of is bought and sold through unofficial channels. Why does this happen? The Cuban government controls much of the economy and imports, and due to inefficiencies and economic restrictions, these official channels often fail to meet the public's needs. As a result, many Cubans turn to the black market, where goods are more readily available, even if they come at a higher price. Interestingly, while the government officially condemns illegal activities, it often turns a blind eye to the black market. This unofficial economy is seen as a necessary survival mechanism in a country where official resources are scarce. In many cases, the black market is not just a place to buy goods, but a lifeline for people trying to navigate daily life amidst economic challenges. In essence, the black market in Cuba represents a paradox. It's illegal, but essential, hidden yet vital. It's a reflection of the deep economic struggles faced by the Cuban people, and a testament to their resourcefulness and resilience in the face of adversity. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe.